side. Held down. Where I pin him is right between the wings, approximately there. So in the middle of the thorax. Not dead center between the wings, but more up closer to where the front wings come out. I've holding him down. Okay, I pinned through him. Now what I'm going to do is push the needle too far, much further than I really should have. The needle is a handle. Pull him up, see how well a job I did. I look at him in this position. What I'm looking for is left-right. Pretty happy with that. He's not perfect. He is pretty close, just fine, not a problem. Then I look at him from the side. Well, it looks like he's slanted down slightly, but we can't see the position of the body because the wings are kind of in the way. So he's pretty well horizontal, front, back. He's not going up, not diving down. He's not canted to the left, he's not canted to the right. Oh, pretty good. We've got one more dimension left. The scientific stick. The end of it has a hole bored, so the hole in the corner. Run that over the pin head, and now push him down to the right level. Okay. We have pinned the body of the insect. What I want to do now is spread the wings. Oh, I'm going to put him on his back. So what am I going to do with this leftover needle here? Okay. I grab another pin, make a hole in the styrofoam. And this is a good chance to talk about the needle. Do not grab the needle at the very end. If you push on something, the other end of the needle with the point, quite likely to go into your hand or your finger. You're not going to be happy with that at all. So what you do is you grab the needle by the side. Yes, it will tend to slip, but that's a whole lot better than getting stabbed by the point. So I figured, where am I going to put my insect? I note that spot, grabbing the needle by the side, shove it down as straight as possible. First time I did that, it was way too slanty. The hole should go deeper than what you need to make sure it's deep enough. Watch where that hole is because it's extremely easy to lose it on the styrofoam. Push the insect down to that same height. We've got it. Been lucky on this guy. Is he all the way down? Yes, his back is resting against the styrofoam. Now, I've gone to the paper cutter. I took clear paper, cut it to 1/8 inch, more or less strips. And the paper guillotine works wonderful, but a scissors works okay too. And cut the paper at all different widths. Cut some widths that are just barely enough to hang together, and some widths that are almost 1/2 inch. Because that way the paper is good for almost any kind of insect you have to deal with. If you take the paper, cut it in half, put it in an empty tin can or an empty container, you'll have a month's supply there very quickly. Now, how do I finish this guy off? I put the piece of paper down. I hold the paper down, I'm pushing the wings down. I want to be sure the antenna is not in the way. It's not. I want to be sure the body is truly all the way down. Yes, it is. Now, on the forewing, the front wing, along the leading edge, there's a couple of veins. In other words, there are extra strong spots on the wing. With the tip of my needle, I can catch one of those veins. There I have. And see, the wing will move right up. Remember that you're moving in an arc, not straight, because the other end of the wing is attached to the body. If I move straight up, I will end up pulling the wing and tearing through it. Might or might not be obvious, but follow the arc. If I go next to the body, I would do a little bit. Notice the body rotated. This is where you say those words you weren't supposed to. Okay. I put the insect back in the right position. Mumble, grumble, grumble. Put a pin next to the body that might or might not do the job. Grab a vein with the point of the needle. How far do I go? Right about there. And let me pin this first. I try not to pin through the wing, because if I run the pin through the wing, I will leave little bullet holes, or little pinholes, whatever you want to call them. But the trailing edge of the front wing should be perpendicular to the body, kind of like a T. Is that wing going to move anymore? I don't know, but I don't trust it. So to keep that front wing from moving anymore, don't know how to put this in words. What I'm doing, and you pin right next to the edge without actually hitting the wing. What I'm doing is making that wing as immovable as possible. Now what I will do is go to the alternate side. Why am I doing that? Because right now the body is twisted all out of place. If I twist everything back the other way, maybe things will get lined up the way they should be. They usually do. Okay, we do the process in reverse on the other side. Oh, but notice the antenna is caught. Take my pin, get the antenna out of the way. To keep it out of the way, I hold it with a needle. Loosen up my fingers, find that vein, bring it up. Often this will take 2, 3, 5, first couple times you do it, it's going to take 10 chances, or 10 tries. I probably had 5 or 6 tries already. Perpendicular to the body. The pin right next to the wing. So the wing is pinched between the styrofoam on the bottom and the paper on top. And the two wings, the trailing edge of the two wings should make a straight line. Oh, they do. We got it. Sometimes the insects will give you much more grief than this. This is working out fairly well. Now I can deal with the lower wings. Find a vein, push it up. Find a vein. So what I'm doing with my left hand is when I've snagged a vein with the needle, I loosen up on the paper, the wing will move. As soon as I have the wing in the position I want, or I don't want it to move anymore, my left hand presses down to trap the wing there. I'm not pressing on the wing directly because the oils in my finger, the oils on my skin will hold the scales, pull all the scales off the butterfly or moth or whatever the insect. So what's really holding the insect is not my hand so much as the paper. Get a hold of a vein. Yes, yes, yes. Right there. Okay, what did I do? Let me pin this first. What you are supposed to notice, you hold just a second, Notice this little notch. That's what I'm looking for. If I bring the lower wing